Good evening and thank you for joining us here on KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Whitney Ward. Mark is off tonight. Well, November is here and the snow has arrived to inland Northwest ski resorts. Look at that. This is Mount Spokane today. Winter lovers, get ready because there is actually a lot of snow up there. 4 inches was in the forecast for the mountains, and according to their live stream for Mount Spokane, they got 5 inches and counting so far, and they're not the only ones. This is a live look at Schweitzer Mountain Resort in Idaho right now, and yep, they got plenty of snow there too. So let's now turn our attention to meteorologist Michelle Boss. Of course, rain down here. It's the time of year where we're talking about snow in the mountains.
Yeah, thankfully for now, just get the rain. We got to deal with that. That's enough for right now. We have temperatures in the 40s mainly across the inland Northwest, and it has been a soggy day. It's been raining pretty much all day. Picked up about 1/3 of an inch of rain so far since midnight. That's on top of the 1/3 of an inch we picked up yesterday. So getting lots of rain, kind of making up for what was a very dry summer and a very dry early fall. But 45 in Spokane, 42 in Coeur d'Alene, temperatures just under 50 degrees in Moses Lake and Othello, 53 in Lewiston. Here's a look at the rain that is still impacting the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, and there's plenty more where that came from. As we kind of zoom out, you see plenty of moisture continuing to move into the area from the southwest. Of course, in the higher elevations, we are talking about snow, so we do have active winter storm warnings for portions of north central Washington, including Sherman Pass and Washington Pass, looking to pick up an additional 2 to 5 inches of snow through Saturday morning. And then we're going to see some of those snow accumulations begin in the central Idaho Panhandle, with Lookout Pass looking to see 2 to 5 inches of snow beginning on Saturday and continuing through Sunday morning. Short-term forecast is really straightforward. It is going to be rainy with temperatures in the middle and upper 40s. So pretty mild temperatures this evening and overnight. As temperatures will stay in the 40s. I think most of the steady rain will occur Saturday morning, turning more showery on Saturday afternoon. And for Sunday, most of the rain should stay in the mountains, so it should be a dry day for the rest of the inland Northwest. Highs both days in the upper 40s.
All right, sounds good, Michelle. Thank you. Kootenai County voters have no shortage of options this November for who will serve as sheriff. There are 4 candidates vying for the seat, including the incumbent. So tonight in our ongoing series, Talking to the Candidates, KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy sits down with all the hopefuls.
Justin Nagel is no stranger to Kootenai County or a bid for its sheriff. He's running against Sheriff Bob Norris again and says the job should be about representing citizens first.
There's way too much government and not enough space for people.
Highly critical of law enforcement in the county, Nagel says there's widespread over-policing and corruption.
The complete lack of respect for the public from law enforcement, which has been a continuing problem. Goes into the retention problems with Kootenai County Sheriff's Office and the staffing problems.
He feels law enforcement has failed for decades in fighting drugs like methamphetamine and fentanyl.
We don't have a winning plan.
Kyle Woodward also saw the need for someone to represent the people.
I didn't really see any candidates that had the community's best interests in mind.
So the full-time college student decided to add to his schedule. On his agenda, more accountability and transparency.
I want to open our department up to accountability and transparency, both financially and in terms of the actions of officers.
He'd also like to see a new approach and way of thinking, and believes a younger mindset could be an asset.
When we elect people who have been career law enforcement officers, is we keep perpetuating these ideas and these normals that don't work.
Dan Wilson also sees potential and says incumbent Bob Norris is failing to provide solutions or leadership.
I know that the people of this county need true leadership and a sheriff that can see down the road and prepares for all threats.
One threat he sees, retention issues in the sheriff's office.
And that's a huge risk to the community if folks can't call 911 and know that they're going to have the proper dispatch resource to them.
Wilson shares his opponent's views the sheriff should represent the people of Kootenai County and says it's time for a move away from career officers and partisan politics in the position.
It is time that a man with not only 12 years of extremely valuable dedication law enforcement experience, who also has 25 years of proven successful business experience, comes in to bring balance back into the sheriff's office.
Incumbent Bob Norris points to the last 4 years as his resume.
Crime is down 16%. We have engaged this community like no other sheriff prior to.
He says the biggest problem facing Kootenai County is fentanyl, but feels the current 3-prong approach is working.
We believe in education, rehabilitation, and enforcement stance. So we get very active in our jail about rehabilitating and recommending services when these people get out of jail.
Though he does see the need for more staffing.
We still have some work to do in the jail division, so we're going to focus on getting our staffing in the jail division up.
Norris says if reelected, he'll double the number of volunteers for services like search and rescue. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
And if you need help filling out your Spokane County ballot, local leaders want you to go to the Voter Service Center, but not going to the elections office. That's because the elections office building just isn't capable of handling the large crowds and has limited parking. There are 2 other alternate sites, though, that are standing by ready to help between now and Election Day. So one is in the Eastern Washington University Catalyst building in room 309. That's in the downtown Spokane University district. The other is at the Center Place Regional Events Center in Spokane Valley. If you'd like a full list of when each of those locations is open and operating, you can just head to KREM.com. We also spoke to Spokane County Auditor Vicki Dalton, who says both locations are fully staffed and able to help answer your voting questions.
On Monday and Tuesday, we want you to go either to Center Place or to EW Catalyst. Please, on Monday and Tuesday, don't come down to the Gardner Center because our parking lot is tiny and it literally turns into bumper cars.
Spokane County is also asking voters to use those drop boxes to submit your ballots. Dalton understands, though, there have been concerns about using them after some recent ballot box fires in Oregon and Western Washington. But she told KREM 2 they have increased security for our local drop boxes, and ballot pickups happen multiple times a day. And remember, you can watch all of our election coverage, including explanations about what is on your ballot and full unedited interviews with the candidates right now on KREM 2 Plus. KREM 2 Plus is free to download on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. In other news tonight, a man accused in a child rape case in Airway Heights made his first appearance before a Spokane judge today. 34-year-old Brandon Frankenpohl was charged with first-degree rape of a child and first-degree child molestation involving an 8-year-old girl. The alleged crimes happened in June, but police say Frankenpohl fled the area and was just recently arrested in Oregon. The judge set his bond at $500,000. He faces up to life in prison if he is convicted of either charge against him. Whitman County's outbreak of pertussis, or whooping cough, continues to grow. There are now 11 brand new cases just since last week and 48 total cases in the county. Whooping cough usually starts with cold-like symptoms, but then can turn into severe coughing fits, and it can last for months. As cases continue to rise, the health district is urging those who have confirmed cases, they're asked to isolate, and if you have symptoms, make sure to get tested.